Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to another episode of Finishing Blow. Hopefully you guys are having a good week. It's been a very interesting week in the world of news and lots of stuff to cover, so always a good thing to kick off the week with. But first thing I want to talk about, it's insane, to me at least. I was really surprised by this, but Tony Jaa is going to be in Fast and Furious 7. This is huge. It's a pretty much an international audience. Like, obviously a lot of people know who Tony Jaa is, much more than people knew who Joe was, who was in Fast and Furious 6. But it's this global reach that you're going to get, especially with Hollywood films, especially with the Fast and Furious franchise. That's going to really catapult Tony to a whole nother level. I'm really interested in this. I'm curious to see how they do it. I'm guessing it's going to be the same kind of thing that they did with Joe, or that you see Jet Li in Lethal Weapon 4, where he's just a silent villain. Joe spoke a little bit, but I don't think Tony's English is really that great. I've never heard him talk English, or speak English, talk American. I've never heard him speak English, so I don't know if he's good at it. He may have been rehearsing different lines and things like that, but I would assume that he is going to be either just silent or maybe speaking in Thai, and then they'll have like a translator or something like that. But very interesting. I don't think he's going to be doing any driving, probably more of the fighting, but it would be cool to see him go against like The Rock or Vin Diesel, people like that. I mean, the man's gone against Nathan Jones, so it's not really that big of a stretch to see him do something like that. So, are you guys excited about this? Do you think he should have done a different movie as his first Hollywood film? Let me know in the comments. I'm really curious. A lot of interesting reception about this, but I'm genuinely excited. As long as they treat Tony with respect and don't just throw him in here, I think that's the main thing, is that they actually cast him for that character and not just throw him in there and be like, oh, look, it's Tony Jaa. So, anyways, at least, I don't want to say at least it's not the Expendables, but I feel like that's what they would do with the Expendables, so at least this way they'll kind of craft a role for him, hopefully at least. Okay, moving on. New image for the Hammer Girl from the Raid 2 or Brandau, depending on how you've been following it. Pretty gruesome pick. I'm not gonna lie, it's a very interesting use of the hammer. Obviously, a lot of people were wondering how she's gonna fight, what she's gonna do. Gareth Evans actually surprised the audience at, I believe it was Fright Fest, and showed this clip, this segment of the Hammer Girl fighting a bunch of suited men. Now, the fight didn't go on for very long, and Gareth Evans has already said that he is not showing this online. It was just a thing for the Fright Fest, but he said he's not going to tease us too much and that we should be getting something for the internet itself here in the next coming weeks. I don't know how long that's going to be. I'm pretty sure the way's going to be unbearable, but with all the footage that he has, you know that he wants to get people excited about it. You know he wants to get people talking about it. The more people that get interested in this film, the better. So, the Hammer Girl looks very deadly. I'm very, very curious, not only to how she's going to fight, but who she's going to fight against. You know, you can't have Eco fight all the cool characters, all the main villains. So, is there going to be a second main character that's going to be taking on these villains with Eco? It'd be really interesting. I'm excited for this film. One of the top films that I'm really looking forward to, and I think it's okay to set the bar kind of high on this one. So, anyways, talking about other films that are very exciting, first little post about Tom Yum-Goong 2 had some character posters for the film. And you've got your typical main characters. Some other posters have been released as well that I did not get to in time. But there's also a synopsis for what Tom Yum-Goong 2 is going to be about. A lot of elephant-ness in this film. I'm not going to say it's a bad thing. I figured it was going to be the case. But I kind of like the fact that he gets framed for murder. It's not your typical Tony Jaa film in that sense. You know, I don't think it's going to be a deep mystery, a whodunit thing. But it'll depend on how they do it. But the action side of things, I think, is going to be very interesting. I'll talk about that a little bit more when I get to the trailer later on in this video. But for the story itself, it seems interesting enough to propel it. I don't think a kidnapped elephant is necessary for the second film. I feel like, if anything, they should make it a running joke that he's lost his elephant for a second time, which they might. I mean, come on. Really? His elephant gets kidnapped again, and then he gets framed for the murder of, a head elephant camp, which doesn't make any sense to me anyways. I mean, I like the whole being framed for murder, but would he... The Khan, is that his name? Was, passionate about elephants, so I don't think he would really kill anybody over an elephant, unless you've kidnapped it and you're Nathan Jones, again. But, yeah. Synopsis, interesting, but a lot more cool things that I want to talk about later on when it comes to that. So, real quick, let me tell you guys about the fight of the week. Did the sword practice this week for the fight of the week. Very interesting, talented team, awesome group of individuals there, and very cool stuff on their channel, so be sure to check it out. And as a little foreshadowing, next week's fight of the week, I've already got 3 that I'm going to have to feature. So look forward to that if you guys like the fight of the week, and who knows, between now and then I may come across a few more, so I'm just going to show you guys whatever I come across. I'm sure you guys don't mind. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a very awesome Tuesday for sure. Okay, next up. Jason Statham almost drowned on the set of The Expendables 3. The man is ridiculous. So what happened was they had this scene where there was going to be a stunt in the water, and they had a stunt double for Statham. Now, Jason actually told them that he wanted to do the stunt on his own, and apparently something went wrong. I still don't know exactly what happened, but for some reason he lost consciousness underwater, and the rescue unit had to come in, pull him out of the water. He got taken to the hospital, was checked over. Once he got dismissed, the man went back to the set to work. What a beast. But before you guys kind of bash on him too much, now he actually is like a professional diver, so he knew what he was doing. I feel like he had confidence in the fact that he could accomplish whatever stunt it was. Just something went wrong. It could have been like a mechanical thing. It could have just been a miscalculation. But it's not just like he was trying to be somebody he wasn't and just wanted to do the stunt just to be cool. No, I really think that he had faith in his abilities, and something happened. But I'm glad that he's safe. Hopefully there are no more mishaps on the set of The Expendables. Those guys really put a lot on the line to sacrifice to entertain us, to be honest with you. I mean, when it boils down to it, they're risking their lives to make us go ooh and ah. So hopefully everybody's safe and they have a smooth filming process from this point on. Okay, next up, found a Japanese poster and Japanese trailer for 47 Ronin. Now, a lot of people had some backlash against this film when it first came out. And I was really curious how the Japanese were going to promote this, because the 47 Ronin is like a Japanese story. So are you going to, you can't bash it, but how are you going to promote this film? It's kind of like how they showed Pearl Harbor in Japan. A lot of it's different. If you guys did not know, they changed a lot of the scenes. Not that I've watched Pearl Harbor or anything. But yeah, a lot of it's different to cater to that audience. So I don't know if that's going to happen with 47 Ronin or not. But obviously with the trailer you can tell it's like Keanu's in it, but they are pushing a lot of the Japanese names, trying to get the interest out there for the film. And I think the trailer is actually a lot more condensed, and the action is a lot tighter in this trailer that the Japanese market released. So I'm actually more interested in this film because of this trailer than I was for the initial trailer that came out. Now, 47 Ronin could be hit or miss, but if it's the only thing that comes out this Christmas season that's really action-oriented, I may even just throw down some money and go to the theater and check it out, just to see what I think about it. So, anyways, let me know in the comments if you guys are looking forward to this movie, if you want to see it, if you don't want to see it, if you think it's going to be good or not. I like reasoning either way. I really don't care. I'm not really a type of person that really gets upset over other people's opinions. You are entitled to your own opinion. I just film mine, so you guys can totally film yours too, or post in the comments. It's just really cool. I like seeing things because you get different perspectives, and I'm getting off topic. Alright, so moving on. 2 trailers for Tom Yum Goong 2 and Special Identity came out on the same day. Man, was it a great day. If you guys have not seen these trailers, they are very, very awesome. Let me talk about the Tom Yum Goong 2 poster, or the trailer first. It focused on the fighting, which I really think they should have done in the beginning. I don't think they should have showcased the stunts as much. Yes, there's still a little bit that makes you kind of go meh over the whole film itself, but the fighting is there. It looks solid, and this is really what I wanted to see from the first trailer, was a good, strong, fight-oriented trailer. The first one just didn't do it for me, but this one looks good. They do show some of the same stunts again, which again, I don't know why they're pushing that so much. Must be because of the 3D aspect, but it's just not something that's really... I don't think the core audience for Tony Jaa films is really interested in the, not the stunts, but the spectacle of it all, the CG, the effects. I think that I would much rather see a film that had no effects, had no stunts, but still stuck to the roots of what the fighting was, what Tony Jaa was, and to a point, what Tom Yum Goong was as well. It was this real fighting, no wires, no special effects, and so I really hope that they don't push all of that aside just to make a quick dollar or yeah, whatever currencies in Thailand. My mind just went blank, but you know what I mean. I just hope they're not doing it for the revenue. It costs more money to do 3D anyways, but I don't know. It's their choice. So, but there is a movie called Special Identity that I'm really, really excited for. It is not pulling any punches. Like, literally looks awesome. This trailer is a lot shorter, but it shows so much, and it just gets you excited. Like, it's like everybody can fight in this movie, and I don't know, it's just the little things, like when Donnie's like looking at the camera and just like does this like nod, like, yeah, we're about to just take it. And it's just awesome. Like, I think this movie is going to be very, very good. I can't wait. It's coming out in October, and I seriously cannot wait for this film. I probably am going to get it as soon as I can, import it or whatnot, and just get my hands on it just so I can watch it, because it just looks like the next Flashpoint, which I think a lot of people were waiting for and they're excited for, and I'm so glad that they turned all that negative hype around and made something of it. I'm really excited for that, so be sure to check that out. You will not be disappointed with either of those trailers. And lastly, did a review for Badges of Fury. I've been really looking forward to this film, you know, with the names tied to it. You got Jet Li, you got Wu Jing, you got Colin Chow, Colin Cho. Very, very strong cast, but the movie trailers have always made me kind of cautious about this film. And you can see what I thought about it by reading my review. I pretty much let you know exactly how I felt about it. Didn't pull any punches, just let you have it. So let me know if you guys agree or disagree, or if you're still planning on getting this movie. If you want it, just let me know, because it's just really interesting to me. I thought about doing a short No Holds Barred, and I may or may not, but about Jet Li and like his film choices after Fearless. I think have been really interesting. So I might talk about that one of these days, but nothing anytime soon. I got a lot of stuff on my plate, so I'm going to try and knock some of that stuff out. A lot of cool things coming for you guys these coming weeks, so be sure to keep an eye out for that. And I don't know, that's all I got. So be sure to check out all these articles on martialartsmoviejunkie.com. I know I failed to mention that, but I do write all of these articles on my website. So if you go to martialartsmoviejunkie.com, you can actually read all of my articles and sound off in the comments over there as well. But YouTube videos are just as fun. So anyways, hopefully you guys have an awesome week. That's all I got. So until next time, this is Kay Miller, and that was The Finishing Blow.